The past 4 years have been the hottest four on record around the globe, with this year tracking to be the fourth hottest year ever. Heat in 2018 has already set all kinds of records, including the hottest temperatures ever measured in Africa and the hottest overnight temperature ever recorded. Global mean surface temperature, the most frequent cited indicator of climate change, has been steadily increasing since the 1970s. Drought is an extended period of unusually dry weather where there is not enough rain. The lack of precipitation can cause a variety of problems for local communities, including damage to crops and a shortage of drinking water. Most droughts occur when regular weather patterns are interrupted, causing disruption to the water cycle. Drought is also one of the most costly weather-related disasters. While there is no set definition on wildfires, it is described as uncontrollable burning of vegetation. A wildfire will move at the speed of 14 miles an hour and will burn anything in its path, such as homes, trees, and even humans. For over 350 million years, the process of wildfire has played a significant role in the Earth's surface and atmosphere. The summer of 2018 has been remarkable in Northern Europe. A very persistent high-pressure anomaly over Scandinavia has caused high-temperature anomalies and drought from May to July, with heat waves more than 5 degrees warmer than the average hottest 3 days of the year in 1981 to 2010. How heat affects the body and the brain. A number of studies show that as temperatures climb, we perform more slowly and more inaccurately on cognitive tests. Heat causes air pollution and air quality to get worse, which makes it harder to breathe and leads to disease such as respiratory illness, asthma, and emphysema. A 2017 study found that air pollution already kills 9 million people every year, so as temperatures increase, the death toll will rise. Extreme heat causes heat exhaustion, which can start to cause heavy sweating, clammy skin, dehydration, tiredness, headache, dizziness, nausea, cramps, and a quick, weak pulse. Once body temperature rises to 104 Fahrenheit or higher, a person starts to suffer from heat stroke, which can be a fatal medical emergency. The heat-related death toll jumped to 34 across Quebec in the same summer, July of 2018, as Environment Canada issued a smog and heat warning. According to Public Health Minister and health officials, the people who have died did not have air conditioning in their homes and had health issues. A smog warning was in effect for those areas, as Environment Canada states high concentration of ozone are expected and will result in poor air quality, which can be especially hard on asthmatic children and people with respiratory ailments or heart disease. While drought is a naturally occurring part of the weather cycle and cannot be prevented, human activity can influence the effects that drought has on a region. Even though scientists are unable to predict how long a drought will last or how severe it will be, early warning systems and monitoring tools can minimize some of drought's damaging impacts. Changes in wind patterns can also be disruptive to how moisture is absorbed in various regions. These effects can lead to devastating economic and social disasters such as famine, forced migration, and drought-stricken areas, and conflict over remaining resources. Because the full effects of a drought can develop slowly over time, the impacts can be underestimated. However, a drought can have a drastic and long-term effect on vegetation and animals and people. Determining the start of a drought can be tricky. Unlike many natural hazards that bring about sudden and dramatic results, such as earthquakes, tornadoes, and hurricanes, the onset of a drought can be gradual and subtle. It takes weeks, months, or even years for the full effects of long-term inadequate rainfall to become apparent. California is recorded to have the most destructive wildfire of the season this year. California's wildfire death toll reaches 87, however there are still 600 people unaccounted for. The majority of deaths took place due to the Camp Fire in Northern California's Butte County. On November 8th, the Camp Fire ignited near Pulga, which is a small community of Plumas National Forest. Also on November 8th, the Woolsey Fire started near the city of Simi Valley in Ventura County and quickly spread to Los Angeles County. Many parts of the state have been described as being the dirtiest air in the world due to the dense smoke from the fires. The impact of the wildfire has resulted in approximately 300,000 people being evacuated. Many were left homeless since the majority of homes were burned down in the town of Paradise, California. The weather conditions are the main factors that contribute to the California fires, such as strong winds and high temperatures. The long-term trends associated with global warming have aggravated 2018's fire season. Changing climate will increase the frequency of wildfires like these ones. There is a significant prevalence of wildfires in the form of vegetation fires, heath fires, grass fires, bushfires, and forest fires. The three factors that have been said to cause the California wildfires involve wind, long-term conditions, and fuel. How they are formed. In order for a wildfire to occur, there needs to be three conditions present, which include fuel, oxygen, and a heat source. Fuel refers to anything that is flammable material. The air also supplies the oxygen that the fire needs to burn. Heat sources will spark the wildfire and bring the fuel to the temperature needed for ignition. There are many adverse health effects as a result of wildfire smoke, as well as increased level of mortality rates, which have related air pollution with dust storms and bushfires. There is a high proportion of smoldering fuel due to wildfires. This produces a high level of toxins as it forms an incomplete combustion. There are long-term effects with the exposure of aldehydes along with other carcinogens from bushfire smoke, which can pose medical concern. Heavy smoke and hazardous air pollution have become a problem for the search teams in the Camp Fire area. Smoke poses a health threat, especially on those with lung problems, asthma, and other health-related issues. What's next? Is it expected that dangerous fire weather will continue along with high winds and dry air amidst the extreme heat and drought conditions? With global mean temperatures continuing to increase, heat waves, like in Europe and in Quebec summer of 2018, this trend will become even less exceptional. By 2050, cities in the US and around the world are expected to see a skyrocketing number of days with temperatures topping 100 degrees. And temperatures are projected to climb even higher by year 2100. Extreme heat, drought, and wildfires are unfortunately the new normal. Thank you for watching our video.